Hello and welcome everybody, I'm one proud Bavarian and we are back as a Direnni of... Direnni. What an intro. But we are back here in Elder Kings and we are back with a new character. She took over last episode and we're gonna see where this episode will take us with her. We're building an observatory and there you go. Your observatory is ready. It is with great anticipation that you prepare to make your first observations. Alright, so that's a pretty good start. Steal an artifact. I don't care for that. Steal an artifact. Stop doing that, please. Who's in here? Opinion of governor. Dangerous factions. Excuse me? What is this supposed to be here? Ankitar and Talinga? Give you the Master of the Bow, but it won't be enough. You need 35, don't you? To keep people out of factions, I mean. I don't want to give you 56 bucks, man. If you wanna, if they rebel, I want to crush them. They better don't rebel, but you know, if they have to, then go ahead. I've received a request for additional funds from my spy master Rosa. She's worried that it is too easy for spies to make their way inside your home and wants to take precautionary measures against hostile operations. You are my mum, so absolutely. And you know, it's saddening, frankly, that Enkatar, my brother, despite everything that our father had wanted for us, is trying to go against me. It's trying to work in the favor of what I can only describe bringing down the Direnni family, and I think that is a shame, and if necessary I will teach him a lesson. I don't think that there would be a different chance. And then Talinga, of course. Talinga, come on, what is wrong with you? Oh, I accidentally revoked his title, huh? Well, you've spent many nights looking at the celestial bodies in your observatory. It's truly fascinating. There's so many questions to ask. How do the moons move about in Mundus, or what secrets does Oblivion hold? And I've mentioned this to a comment that was posted on last week's episode, no, yesterday's episode. And I think that Erosa, indeed, you know, she is zealous, she believes in Ariel, but when it comes to the combination of combining the Altmer faith and Oblivion faith, where you take the help of a prince, I do believe that that is something that is an option for a lot of Altmer, including Erosa. And if she can find a way to use the powers of Oblivion to bring Ariel into all of High Rock, then she will try to do that. That is just the way she works. Early today, my spy master Rosa presented her plan to catch any sneaky spies at court. She's weakened the floorboards and strategic places to make sure creaking noise is always heard when someone moves around during the night. There you go, plot power defense plus 15%. Is anybody trying to kill me again? Yeah, oh. Swear to God. Are you kidding me? You absolute monkeys. Why would you be against this, Erosa? Ah, really? Okay, no, I'm just gonna say end the plot then. End this one as well, please. My liege, I write to you with bad news from Torsa. Okay, you know what, Talinga? Why don't you suck it? This is a wondrous encounter. Your demand is just. My scheming was obviously misdirected. There you go, you're lucky. I wish I could have imprisoned them. That's all I can say. During a particularly heated argument in the council, you stepped in as Duke Farron of Cumbria was making a fool of himself. You managed to soothe the debaters and win the argument for him, though this only infuriated him as he wanted to win the argument by his own means. Throwing a tantrum like this has publicly shamed Farron. I wish it had been otherwise. We could have gained a favor here with Cumbria, and as you can see, he's a very powerful duke, and that might have given me the opportunity to do some things here. in terms of expansion. Or not even expansion, more rebellion. Within your laboratory, you pore through old tomes about the realms of Oblivion. The old stories are all the same. Ambitious rulers and questing heroes strike bargains and perform amazing feats to receive incredible boons. What's to say that you cannot do the same? There is true power within my grasp. We are now diligent. Now that is great. Lady of Balfiera. Ooh, that's an interesting title. That's a very interesting title. Simply because, pardon me. Simply because, stop trying to kill my son, first of all. Nah, he's fine. God, I wish I could imprison you. Would even do it. What I'm saying is that the title is interesting because it has a certain double meaning to it, doesn't it? You know, it's positive, it sounds very fair, it sounds very elegant, but it also, you know, for example, I mean, it might mean something like the lady as a connotation, I believe, historically, could also mean something like somebody that is cold, you know, somebody that is kind of distant to other people, maybe arrogant. And I think that is something that fits Erosa. Absolutely, I think both meanings here fit Erosa, so it's a nice nickname for her. I think it's better than the Careless. Let's be honest, I don't think Ethelor deserved the name Careless. He did a great job, and now he's infirm. Did a great job with Belfiara, and now will pass away. And that's just that, you know, it's undeserved, I believe. Sabotage relations with the Lord. Well, it happens, don't worry about it. We got a claim on province of Menavia. I'm gonna use it because I think, shouldn't it give us doesn't give us a proper option. I'm just gonna ask again, I guess. I thought it would give us an option here. Furious, yeah, because we justified. Don't worry about it. A large merchant caravan from a distant lands has arrived at the gates of your stronghold. Their leader, a jovial man of massive girth, pleads with you in strange accent to grant them shelter from the elements for the night. Do we have anything here? We have humble. I mean, we are paranoid. I think we say no. I don't think she would let in some random merchant. You know, she might be humble so that she supports a humble man, but she's also arbitrary and she's paranoid. And I don't know if she's positive arbitrary. Nobody's talked to me about that yet. Like, we didn't have any events for Ethelor. We had the event that showed us that he was well received in being arbitrary. But I have no idea about these people, so I'm just gonna send them away. Dear vassal, I fear that you have failed to convince me of the justice of your request. Regretfully, I cannot oblige you. Well, you're a lunatic. Wasn't he a lunatic before already? I think he was. Could I murder you? Try. I could certainly try. I am pleased to hear that after a period of peace and shrewd management of the country of Wayrest is doing well. The county of Wayrest is doing well. County. People are happy and the tax collectors are reporting record intakes. Give me one moment here. Alright, I am back. The dusty texts you perused earlier had some useful information, but nothing important. To really delve into the mysteries of Oblivion, you will need to hire a scholar specializing in all matters Daedric. I'll do it. Each Prince of Oblivion has a unique sphere and requires unique understanding to match. With the gold I've set aside, I should be able to find someone with useful insights. Oof, 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 oof. Now that is... Here comes the interesting part. And I thought about this. Okay, I thought about this. And I want to hear some opinions if I should really go down that route. I think it would be nice. I'm just saying, I know she is zealous, okay? And being zealous means that Ariel and the Elven Pantheon is her main inspiration of everything she does. However, and obviously, you know, Boethia doesn't fit Zora neither, Clavicus Vile neither. None of these fit either. But do not forget that there is Meridia. Now, Meridia is a Daedra, if you aren't aware. You know, for example, like, let's say Marunis Dagon. He's a prince of destruction. He is entirely destructive. And there's a little backstory to it that says that he may or may not have cooperated with Lorcan, which is the god that created the world, by tricking the other gods into creating it. And there's an option, or there's an idea that says that Marunis Dagon was the one that hid away pieces of the world whenever Alduin, you know him from Skyrim, came around to eat the world at the end of a cycle. And we've been through a shitload of cycles, and every time Marunis Dagon in the past tried to hide some land away because he was doing Lorcan a favor, he tried to save some land instead of getting it eaten every cycle. And eventually it was found out and he was cast into what he is now. I think that was his backstory anyway. But he's evil in the form he is now. You know, they say that he now destroys everything, and I tell you this as Erosa, now that I am a bit more, you know, interested in the entire story of Daedra. Marunis Dagon now is set to be cursed to be the prince of destruction, so that he may find the land that he hid away and destroy it, to do justice to what he did. But I think Meridia is an option that we could definitely choose. Meridia, because, and here there are two arguments for it, in my opinion. So Meridia is a Daedra that is actually practically a good Daedra. You know, we are in the second era, and in said era, or no, the third era didn't start, because that starts with the Empire being founded. We're in the second era, and we are just a bit after. And let me just show it here. We should have... Okay, wait, it should be here then. No? Oh, yeah. And Manimarco, who, by the way, of course, he's practically dead, but in reality, he wasn't dead. He went on to go to Daggerfall, and then the time split happened, and more complex things doesn't matter. What does matter is that he just tried to take over the world with the help of Molag Bal. He was about to betray Molag Bal, and he did so, and Molag Bal found out, so that he got punished and sent into Molag Bal's realm to get tortured for eternity, but he escaped from that. Doesn't matter. What matters is Molag Bal has a pretty bad name in Skyrim right now, because he's the Lord of Domination, and he invaded, and he did so because, you know, he's an asshole, first of all. But second of all, he did so because... Second, he did so because, you know, that is just what he does as a Daedric prince. And if you have played Elder Scrolls Online, which I have, then you will know that Meridia is the one that actually saved the world. I know, you know, it's the player that does it, that is her champion. But without Meridia, the world would have fallen. She is the one that made it even possible to go into, to advance into Molag Bal's territory, to destroy himself and, you know, essentially train his power. And I do think that that is public knowledge, what the plane meld, like how the plane meld was stopped, that it was done with the help of Meridia, and it was done, and that is the interesting part here, in my opinion. I want to know if they've actually done that. 1 second here. How far back does this history go? Yeah, check it out. So, yeah, this is exactly it. So, Meridia was the main goddess, the main Daedric, you know, revered figure of the Aelids. And you may know it. We have some Aelids in our court. I'm married to an Aeliad, and I think since she is actually the good one in recent time, you know, it was Was it within the lifetime of Erosa? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. You know, Erosa doesn't actually know the direct story because she wasn't alive back then. But her father surely must have told her about Molag Bal's attempt to dominate Nirn and essentially bring it into his realm of oblivion. And she must know the stories about Meridia so that she, as a kid, developed a fascination for Meridia and for the goodness of her. And she thinks that since her own quest to restore, you know, the domain of the Direnni over High Rock is fair, just, and noble, Meridia would support her. And because of that, I think I'm going to hire a Skull of Meridia, and I'm going to secretly convert to the Daedric faith that reveres Meridia, and I'm going to try to get her support in order to establish a realm of good and proper manners, first of all, but also a realm that, you know, brings Meridia's will back onto Earth, just as it did back when, you know, you had, for example, Umaril the Feathered. I mean, he wasn't exactly fair. This is, yeah, okay, so we can go back in history here for a bit, I think. So Umaril the Unfeathered is an alien, and he was depicted as very, very evil in Oblivion in the DLC Knights of the Nine, because he was the end boss, practically. You know, he was what you were fighting with the help of the Aedra, of the proper gods, not of Meridia or whatever. But he was essentially somebody that came back and always attempted to retake Cyrodiil because it was his ancestral homeland. He grew up there, he ruled it, he had human slaves, you know. And yeah, he's the only one that's just a nonsense house. And he came back and back again, and was essentially, he died when he was overthrown by Pelinal Whitestrake, the legendary Crusader, and Alessia the Saint, which you may remember because Alessia attempted to come over here to our lands in High Rock, and the Bretons helped us to defend us because the Alessians wanted to essentially get rid of us, and by that I mean literally kill us. So I think that the history of the Direnni family, you know, with the Aelids and with what was going on with Molag Bal here, and with Umaril the Unfeathered being an Aelid that, you know, is very well known in these parts and wasn't essentially a victim to Alessia, which we also were, kind of makes Erosa think maybe Meridia is a good Daedra. Maybe I should try to get her assistance, you know? Of course, Namira, you know, that... no, she eats people. We don't do that. Take me for a savage. I think interesting, Sheergoroth could be very, very interesting, but I would really like to do that with an actual lunatic. If we ever pull a lunatic, I'll try to get into Sheergoroth. Absolutely. Wow, Jiggalak? But Jiggalak is not free right now. How does that make any sense? Jiggalak is still caught in the cycle with Sheergoroth. Anyway, we're gonna do Meridia, there you go. We're going to try to learn more about Meridia and see what's going on. And they stopped the faction. I think it is solely down to how many units we have. It's incredible, isn't it? How our domain gives us so much more now, all of a sudden. Yeah, they really barely give us anything, don't they? Don't you give Right, I still could send you into hiding. I wish you would go onto the journey, but I don't even think you could make it. Like, his stats are too bad to properly answer the questions, and that would just upset, you know. maybe he's gonna take over. Maybe I can just have maybe. After some searching, I've managed to contact the enigmatic Ansherman, who claims to have made bargains with Meridia in the past. Ansherman is willing to help me learn more about Meridia. First of all, I want to say to special interest. Is my father still alive, by the way? Yeah, he is, but he's also practically dying. Don't want to come back to die here? Alright then. There's much about Meridia I'd like to learn. And there you have it, everybody. We are now part of the cult of Meridia. Meridia, the Lady of Infinite Energies, is a prince whose sphere is poorly understood except for an association with the life forces of living things. She despises all manner of undead and often beckons her champion to destroy them in her name. Meridia is known for gifting her worthy with the stealth bolstering Ring of Khajiit, also associated with Valhalla, and the dazzling Dawnbreaker, a sword which sears foes with purifying fire. Those who dabble in necromancy risk inciting her vindictive wrath. There you go, that's exactly what we need. We need support of a good old pan-religious cult. Ooh. I think, you know, thinking about it, I think we need to leave this faction. And then found a religious cult, absolutely. Oh lord, this could this could bring the downfall of Barossa. And I'm telling you straight up, because this is a story weaving playthrough, right? Because in Crusader Kings you always have to survive. Okay, I just want to make that clear. You always have to survive. Which means that you can't just do something that fits your character too much, because then it's just game over, right? But if, for example, we fail to go down this path, okay, and our brother overthrows us, then I'm just gonna tag switch to our brother. Because at that point, this story of Erosa ends, and the Direnni family story continues with Ankotar. So, just for your information, I will play to total annihilation of myself if that fits the character. If we go into Meridia and we make, you know, a hybrid belief of Meridia and the Aldmeric Pantheon, and we get overthrown, that's it. I'm gonna go hard on that. I'm gonna go hard on that, okay? There's no excuses here. In order to make sure that the oppression of the cult of Meridia followers comes to an end, I have decided to take action. I will focus my efforts on organizing my fellow believers so that we, in time, when we are too many to be ignored, can express our faith without any fear of repercussions. When the time is right, we will proclaim our faith. Secret followers of Meridia. Do I get any openly adopt faith? Oh, I don't think it's that time yet. Really don't think that. I don't really want to do any of these. Title decisions. I'm just checking. Okay. I don't think there's anything going on yet. Stop whispering in my ear, please. Oh, this is exciting. Is this... It doesn't say it. Yeah, okay. This is how I can try to... May help to convert the realm. Let's try it. He's our husband. He's an alien. Also, I have diarrhea. Baron telling our... Okay, try to treat me, buddy. Thank you. Cumbria, you have the title of... Okay. After some careful planning, I'm seated next to Duke Untermeer at a formal dinner. I've planned to tell him about a family of that was attacked and driven from their home in Bavarian in an attempt to rouse his sympathies. But what angle should I employ? Let's take a look. He's paranoid, gluttonous, ruthless, patient. Yeah, I will go to any lengths to prevent this from happening ever again. He's our husband. Come on, dude. Please. But I think his opinion of us is too low. Angeril the Just has invited me. Oh, yeah, we're friends. I love this dude. I think he is actually what holds together the family. Our brother would have revolted had we not had Angeril as our friend. So very glad that our father gave Angeril the position that he is in. I will absolutely go there. You're my friend. Why wouldn't I show up? Duke Untermeer was visibly moved by the story about the poor family. Sympathy for Daedric cults. He became very quiet and only responded in short, half-hearted sentences when spoken to. Just before our departure, Untermeer pulled me aside and thanked me for opening his eyes. Sympathy for Daedric cults. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Our husband is in on it. What about you? You like me? Yes, you like me a lot. My studies with Enselman are proving fruitful. Not only have I gleaned some valuable information about Meridia, I've substantially improved my understanding of the mysteries of Oblivion. So let's get some tech points going here. We got economy points. Might as well do town infrastructure. After some careful planning, I'm seated next to Athelor at a formal dinner. Same story, I see. Yeah, let's do the personal angle again. Let's go, Athelor, buddy. How are you doing? Mum, hey, Mum, listen. You know, things are hard in the world, and we have to talk about the realities. Getting some sympathy going. Stop trying to kidnap people. Spent so much time in the privy that you're scarcely seen by anyone. You know, I do convince some people to follow Meridia, but, you know. It's pretty bad. Cholera. Get me good old potion. Oh, you idiot. Alright, so that didn't work. I will go to any length. I am safe. Oh, we're no longer paranoid. That's interesting. Let's go. Everybody's an ally here. Everybody's an ally to my issue. Can I... How do I take in more people into this society? Nobody? Anybody? Prepare ground. Yeah, I wish I could induct some people here. What do you hate the king, so you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna do that. Now I have the option of getting you to help me. Pretty good. My studies have been exhausting, but now I truly believe I have acquired a wealth of knowledge about Oblivion, its inhabitants, and the liminal bridges that bind our world to theirs. This knowledge has transformed me. Absolutely. For now a mystic, this character has delved into the mysteries of the occult, treading a fine line between heresy and orthodox approval. That is exactly what it is. We're still a believer of the other pantheon, and maybe later on Meridia will be our main faith, but for the time being, that is exactly who we are. This is a perfect depiction, I feel. I think I've done this the right way. I think I've played it out the right way, and it's a start that will bring us to a great future. I can tell you this much. Baron Ankatar has arrested a man, an armed man with ragged armor and a spotty horse. He says that the man claims to be a hedge knight, but clearly does not believe that statement. Baron Ankatar, you know, Ankatar, are you depressed, are you, buddy? Ankatar is depressed. Isn't that lovely? No, you know, if you know somebody that is depressed in real life, talk to them. Can't help, you know, it's tough to help people, but you know, talk to them a bit. But Ankatar deserves nothing but being depressed, so I will clearly order the hedge knight to be released. Suck it up. How about I try to make you sympathize a bit with me, huh? What do you think about that? Let's have you evoke sympathy for the cult of Meridia. Personal lengths. Yeah, there you go. We did it. Talinger, what do you think about Daedric? Talinger is a mage. I feel like he shouldn't be too bothered by me. Oh, he has cancer, huh? We have so many allies all around right now. I deeply enjoy this. Could I do it with, like, evoke sympathy for? I could, wow. But none of you like me anyway, so what's the point here? Ooh, induct into the cult of Meridia faith. Absolutely. I have arranged for one of my spies to leave a tome of the Meridia's beacon with an anonymous note in the chambers of Athelor. The tome is left open on a passage with which Athelor finds relevant. I am hopefully will find truth in the holy words, but what might catch his eye? Something stressing the importance of community. Passage of ethics and philosophy. A story about a fair and mighty ruler. I think philosophy might be pretty good for him. Let's go! My spies have brought me some outstanding news. Apparently Athelor reads the Meridia's beacon every night and now seems to worship Meridia like we do in secret. My plan succeeded. An attempt to recruit him. Yeah, absolutely, we will recruit him. That's our heir. Come on. We need more members in the society. What? No! I covered my face before mass, and once the Templar I sat down next to Athelor. At the end of the service, I grabbed his hand and drew the holy symbol of Meridia with my finger in his palm. Afterwards, he pretended like nothing had happened, and I left the temple, my quest unsuccessful. Well, why don't we try to convert our good old friend Tallinger? I think for him it's also ethics and philosophy. Absolutely. Yes, it worked. Please join me, Tallinger. Ah, no one wants to join me. What is the mistake I'm doing here? I'm making here. Induct him into the faith, absolutely. For him, it might be something about a legendary warrior. Let's try that. Yes, it worked. I'm gonna try him because we're friends, but who knows, man. No, nobody wants to join right away. So could I theoretically still try to pull you in? Yes, okay, I can't just do it right now, but I can do it in the future. To the masterful Duchess Erosa, I am Duchess Vienne, Chancellor of Queen Emma. Your skill as a Chancellor and the Council of King Dor is known far and wide. I implore you to advise me in matters of politics so that I may serve my liege as admirably as you serve yours. Daggerfall. Interesting. Touching request, I will help you. I don't see them as an enemy, but I don't think I would help. Why would I help you? Frankly, I don't care. If you dare to refuse me, know that I will not soon forget the insult to my honor. Sure, buddy. You do what you do best, and even if it's being bitter. Do you like me? You do. That worked out perfectly fine. Oh, what is this? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What's up? View history, open map mode. Oh, shit. You believe in Meridia? Wait a second. Occupied by of Sentinelian Rebellion. What does this color mean? Does it mean that they believe in Meridia? So we and Sentinel for some reason? It's always the king. No, it's not always the king. The Emperor likes Dragonborn heroes, undead abominations. I think. I mean, you would have thought, right? Ask for boon. Cost us an ardor. Pay tribute. If Meridia is interested in mortal affairs, it may be possible to curry favor with her and improve your ardor. House of the Colored Rooms, Meridia. Yeah, there she is. Exists as a character. Daedric Realm. One and the same as a Oh, this is interesting. I've never seen this one before. And I will end the episode in a second here, but let me just read this. One and the same as the Daedric prince who rules over it. This is not a mundane state with a mortal government, but a plane of oblivion located far beyond the boundaries of Mundus. Its ruling prince ordinarily exercises complete control of everything that transpires within, barring outside intervention. Well, she can hold stuff. She's like the Chinese emperor in the normal game in vanilla. Oh. Really? Yeah, I mean, alright, yeah, she hates undead abominations, but she likes dragonborn heroes, which we are not, so... Tributaries. Open map mode, view history. Okay, nothing goes on there. Status, convalescing. This Daedric prince is in a state of recovery, having recently been thwarted in a major intervention upon Nirn, or their plane destabilized by an internal cataclysm. The ruling prince is unable to wield much power in the mortal world, lacking either the military might or the willpower to do so. Now, don't be confused here. She just destroyed Molekbal. Of course she needs to recover a bit, you know? For some reason, this Daedric prince is utterly disinterested in mortal affairs and is withdrawn more fully back into oblivion. Even contacting them is nearly impossible. Let's just try to pay some tribute here. Could give them a gift here, I guess. 100 ardor. Ooh, what? Yeah, let's give them notes on racial phylogeny. I placed the offering on the altar, and within moments, it fades from view. A feeling of Meridia's approval pulses through my mind. Could I ask for a boon here? Daedric. Claim Dawnbreaker. Okay. 5,000 ardor. Yeah, I mean, obviously. You need a lot of ardor here. 25,000 ardor. Lesser Daedric Court, Daedric Training, Wealth of Oblivion, Protection. And treat Meridia to imbue you with sliver of her power. Your plot power defense and combat rating. Great Bane of the Undead. Call out Meridia to expose and purge the undead menace with a burst of purifying energy. You and all sub-realm characters will be caught in the blast, weakening any undead characters caught in it. In addition, secret vampires will be publicly outed as a result of Meridia's actions. Ooh. Oh, interesting stuff. Oh, we will see where we can take this. Also, why is... Explain this to me. We will see where we can take this in the next episode, but man, this is some interesting stuff. Rosa is gonna go down a path that will lead to a big change in High Rock. I can tell you that much, and I leave it at this. I'll see you in the next episode. Later.